So ma'am, we would like to know how has SCMHRD helped you in achieving success in the current corporate world?
Okay, that's like a 10 years back question. But simply putting it, I think the entire rigor which we had through our entire 2 years with the director and with the overall administration, I think that took out a lot of luxury from our lives and has given us the grassroots reality that that's what you want to start when you begin your corporate careers, and that's a big foundation to have. That I think second, more importantly, would be about managing and working with a lot of diverse people, because you get people all across India, different backgrounds, education, diversity, experiences. So I think if you can manage that lot of headstrong people, I think it's very easy to start in corporate.
Okay ma'am, and how has the life been post SCMHRD?
So as dull and as boring as it can be, as any corporate careers are. So obviously, professionally quite good in that sense. From different industries that I would have at least moved. From a campus point of view, obviously you feel a sort of a drop in terms of the the learning that you had. So you feel like going back to studies at times to sort of relook at it, relook at different perspectives, see really is there a right way of doing things. So that's the piece which is probably missing in the other priorities that have taken over professionally and personally.
Ma'am, are you still in touch with anybody from SCMHRD?
Quite a lot. So as I was saying, I was a part of the alumni team, my husband was a part of the placement team. So we are quite that way decently networked. I wouldn't say strongly, because in 10 years that strong has gone down to just decent. But within the group that we are connected, I think we do also keep meeting over a period of time. More as friends now, not as alumni. So that's where it is.
Any special memory of college which you would like to share?
Subbu. No other memory. He made those 2 years really taxing as well as memorable for all of us. So that was the only, and it was obviously the networks that you develop, the friendships that you do on campus, the whole campus staying experience, those are elements. But if I was to sum it up, it was Subbu.
And any insights about the current industry trend which is going in your particular domain?
So a lot of trends, but if you look at it competitively, what we see 5 years back and what you see now, there's a big ask from a competition point of view. You're reaching those saturation sort of stages in the areas that we operate on. So how do we sort of re-innovate, look at different areas of opportunity, expansion, better cost controls, hence drive better margins. How do you look at talent differently, not what should you say, the same sort of carpet bombing for all talent, but how do you pick up those people and you want to groom into different roles from a future leadership point of view. So I think those are some of the trends in industry. The second big piece which you've seen in the news, whether it's a Maggie or it's something else, that you need to be really careful in terms of how do you reach a consumer and what you bring to the consumer. So I think that's a different kind of test that I think most FMCG companies are going through, right? Some falter, how those who don't, obviously, how do you walk that tightrope? I think that's will be key for this industry going forward.
And ma'am, any message for the student body of SCMHRD?
I think I had just a detailed chat with you in that sense. So connect with the alumni. I think that's something which is a big area of opportunity and improvement. How do you get back alumni back, not only as just alumni, but as back as guest lecturers? How do you bring that human connect with the whole alumni? How do you get alumni to connect within the alumni committee? Well, that also is one piece which has been a little bit dwindling, especially as people more years pass. It's very limited that you're really connected with. So how can alumni team play a key role in building that big alumni database? You guys have now 15 plus years of database, 20 years. So how do you really mobilize that entire group within them with the institute, which obviously is a win-win for both. I think that is a clear area of opportunity I can see.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.